everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be talking about Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian. This is the second novel in the Ash Princess trilogy. Here's the thing with trilogies. The second book is usually the make it or break it point for most readers. Usually, you tend to lose. It's like a 50-50. You'll lose some, you'll keep some. The reason being is, for me, I've noticed this trend when it comes to trilogies. Book twos tend to be lots of filler. Here are two perfect examples of that, and I know I might get some hate for this. The Two Towers by Tolkien and War of the Twins by Margaret Wise and Tracy Hickman. I love those two books, don't get me wrong. I love the whole trilogies, and they do make good segues, right? They do make good bridges, I should say, from books 1 to book 3. Lady Smoke has fallen into that trap. I hate to say it. Not a whole lot story-wise happens in this book. You know, Theo, she's on the scene with her aunt and her cousin, her friends and Prince Soren. She's trying to navigate her role no longer as captive princess. She's trying to navigate this role of hero and future queen of her people, right? But again, not a lot happens. She has to break a lot of traditions in order to get an army. She needs to marry, which no queen before her has ever done. They've never taken a male consort. And it hasn't happened, you know, but now she has to forego everything. So it's a lot of story. I will say that. There is some more story added to it, but it's not fast-paced. And it does get a little slow. For me, personally, I did find that it was dragging story-wise because not a lot was happening. When you go from book 1, Ash Princess, kind of high tension, really fast-paced, and now you're here. And this is why I say book 2s tend to be the make it or break it point for a lot of readers. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of readers found themselves, words matter, deterred from reading book 3 because this one was really, really slow. However, that being said, I think this was the perfect opportunity for Sebastian to do what she did, which is focus on that characterization. There was not a whole lot of characterization in that first book. Again, it was too fast-paced. You're doing the world building. You're introducing the characters. You're doing a lot. That's not to say that there's no characterization. There is characterization in Ash Princess, but it's not as heavy-handed as it is here. And in some ways, Theo reminds me a lot of Sansa from Game of Thrones, the TV show. Not so much the books, but the show. Especially that scene where she's like, I do learn. It takes me a while, you know, when she's, you know, confronting Littlefinger. Ooh, one of the best scenes especially of that. Let's not talk about it. One of the greatest scenes, though, her. That's what Theo reminds me of. She's learning how to play the game. You know, she's learning how to fit into her role. She's learning how to be assertive. She's learning which battles are worth fighting for and which battles she can lose. You know, when to take a step back and let others have the reign. She's learning. And you get to see that a lot with her dynamic with Dragonsbane, her aunt, and her cousin Theo, and even Prince Soren, you know. There is a lot happening. She's discovering a lot with her people. She's discovering just how dire their situation is. Granted, she always knew, but again, she was kept in a gilded cage. She was a prisoner of war from the Kaiser. He would flaunt her as his, hey, look at my prized toy that I've got here. You know, I killed her mother. I took over her kingdom. This is all that's left of your regime, you know, kind of thing. But now she's really learning how to play the game and how to fit into this role that she has made for herself. She is hero. She is queen. She is a fire queen, of all things. And that's what I thought was most impressive with this book. Now, what Sebastian also does is focus on the character dynamics and the side characters. You're seeing a lot more history coming from them, a lot more personality. And again, it does strengthen the dynamics of the story. So, book 2 Lady Smoke is more of a character-oriented journey. You're seeing the characters develop, and not just the main character. Oftentimes you see authors kind of forget the side characters. Like, yeah, they're important, but they shouldn't be your central focus. However, they're still important to the story, so don't forget that they also need character development. Some authors do tend to do this. I think I'm one of them. I know my faults. But Sebastian took this opportunity to develop the side characters and strengthen those dynamics and add to the history of the plot, because you're seeing where these characters came from, what baggage they have, because they do have a lot of baggage, and you're seeing them all kind of come together to be the rebellion that Theo's kingdom needs. So, that being said, Lady Smoke is going to get 4 out of 5 stars. It is really slow paced, but it does give a lot of character development that was not in the first book. So I really do think it is a strong second book, even though it is a lot of filler, and it's going to be a really good bridge from book 1 to book 3. So if you want to go ahead and purchase the book, please remember to purchase from your local bookseller or online book retailer. Links to where to purchase is going to be in the description below. And on that note, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Sin's Workshop and share it with all your book-loving friends. You can also become a supporter on Buy Me a Coffee or by purchasing one of my handmade candles. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading!